Parents, the following message is requested by the state of Modern Talk. There's been an outburst of a deadly infection. I repeat, an outbreak of a highly contagious virus. Sent through the station's emergency alert system. We have been told
I wouldn't why am I here again? In the eye of the mighty wind, rain, rain and lightning. Take my body in the ocean. When the sky is falling down hard, 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 don't hold me up, just stand back, just stand back, I'm chasing the storm. Don't hold me up, just stand back, just stand back, I'm chasing storms.
What poppin', people? Oh no, I'm cold. So say goodbye, 'cause I like the fire. You know. When the sky is falling down hard, 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 don't hold me up, just stand back, just stand back, I'm chasing the storm. Don't hold me up, just stand back, just stand back, I'm chasing storms. Don't hold me up, just stand back, just stand back, I'm chasing storms.
I can
Don't hold me up, just stand back, just stand back, I'm chasing the storm. Don't hold me up, just
give me 1 second before we
stand back, I'm chasing storms. Don't hold me up, just stand back, just stand back, I'm chasing the storm. Don't hold me up, just stand back, just stand back, I'm chasing storms.
It looks like I don't got any sleep. Okay.
sounds going at once. Close that, close that. Then switch to this. Put that tab down. Close you. And let's get into the game. Cause this is where things will get complicated.
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins.
I am your humble servant.
Scavenging around the tents like...
Where are these coins from, if there wasn't a single one when they were pitching camp? I smell a rat.
Need some help, Monster Slayer?
I want to talk, dog of war.
I've heard much about you, Witcher. Greetings.
Greetings, Captain. Let's talk arm wrestling.
Go on.
They say you're the strongest arm around here.
You wouldn't be talking to me otherwise. During the Battle of Brenna, I got into a... I lacked stamina. When I felt him weaken, I twisted his arm around and slit his throat. I've worked on my hands, wrists, and arms since then. They all come in handy in my profession.
Want to wrestle me?
To challenge Adam Pangret for the championship, you've got to beat the best contenders.
Who should I challenge?
Martin and Randall are the strongest in my company. Then there's Magnus, the camp blacksmith.
I'll try them.
Watch out for Magnus. As I see it, he could easily do his work with no tools. The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air, scavenging around the tents like idiots.
Where are these coins from, if there...
So arm wrestling.
Audrin, where are you?
Still looking for
What do you want?
I collect old coins.
Here in the camp.
I heard there are some overseas coins floating around. Square, with a fish on them or something.
Don't know nothing.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
Audrin, where are you?
What is it with...
Who's this Audrin you're calling out for? A Kedweni god?
Audrin a god?
How will I know it's him?
I'm done with this cursed place. Audrin! Bloody comet. Here, boy.
Salutations.
Audrin!
How's service under...
And
As long as they pay us, I'll sit it out.
who do I spot?
You seem to know me, but I have no idea who...
And you're worse off for...
You right.
I've known... Nightly tournaments are a past...
Does...
We've...
Did they hire a witcher? Here, boy. Audrin!
Greetings.
How's service under Henselt?
And... Audrin, where are you? Audrin!
I'm a bit scared of
Take
the
care.
What you want?
They feed you well here?
Depends. One day.
The enemy have fed you their propaganda.
What is it?
I heard you and your men arm wrestle a bit.
What's it to you?
Do I look like a...
Truth be... If you...
Let's do this.
Here, boy. Aldrin. You're tough. Something's brewing.
Trouble.
What?
You're a little tense.
Tense.
No.
Sure. See you.
Leave me be, father. Leave you be? Your life's at stake. Why, your mother would have my head if anything happens to you.
No! This is about my honor. And ply what mother does to you, I'll practice. I must prepare. Leave me be, Witcher. I must train. No time for idle chatter. Ha!
Going to the slaughter like a pig for...
Mind if I join you?
Think I've the right to stop you from taking a free stool?
No, right? But you might not want company while you drink.
And why might you want to drink with me?
Always better to talk business over a tankard. Let me buy a round.
All the same to me.
Getting sad drunk.
Mm-hmm. My son's decided to kill himself. He's decided to duel Lieutenant Avid, known as the Butcher of Cidaris. All in all, that makes him a dead man.
Lieutenant Avid. Who's that?
A killer.
Plenty of those in the army.
No, killing enemies is not the same as slaughtering your own countrymen. The Butcher likes the latter, and he's good at it. The best.
Lieutenant Avid.
No.
They're going to duel to the death?
Are you that ignorant? We've been sitting here for weeks. Nothing was happening, and Hen said don't like that, so he's organised some diversions.
You mean tournaments?
Nothing like tournaments, more like murders. Mock battles without the mocking. The jailers really leave the arena on their own 2 feet. When our unit learned that 6th Company was putting forward the Butcher of Cidaris, there were no volunteers, so we drew straws and it fell to Sven.
He can't back out.
He can, but he won't. I've pleaded, I've begged, but my son's a stubborn one. The pup's got honor. But what good's honor to a corpse?
What if I helped you?
What kind of question is that?
Could I count on you in return?
Save my son, and there won't be a thing I wouldn't do to aid you.
I take that as your vow. Where's Sven?
Training in front of the canteen, near the mercenary's tent. You'll know him when you see him. Why did he have to be like me? Stubborn imbecile.
Are you Sven?
Who's asking?
Somebody who just might save your ass.
Piss off!
I wouldn't play the hero if I were you.
You don't know me.
I spoke to your father.
Ha! I'll wager he told you the sad story of Sven, who needs to be rescued.
I'm no wandering knight, and you're no princess in distress. I promised your father I'd help you.
Then go back and ask his pardon for tricking him.
Will you feel better when they kill you?
I'll certainly feel worse if I cower out.
I'm the last one who'd ask you to do that.
What will you do? Summon the butcher and send him out on an urgent mission to deflower the Virgin of Edern?
No, we'll fight as a pair against Latond and his second. Your honor will remain untouched, like a 12-year-old nun's petal.
Why do you wish to help me?
Why do I wish to help you?
Don't ask me to explain myself. Now wave that sword around some more. We both need you to practice.
Is my volume up? Can you hear me, Moon? Hello? This good? Yeah, nah, this is good. What's happening, Moon? Is the game too loud? Can't tell if it's just me or whatever. How's it going, Moon? Yeah. Okay, who do we need to challenge to the death?
Hello.
No. Okay.
Seems we'll be slaughtering squirrels again.
I'm looking for Letond Avet, the butcher of Cidaris.
Good.
What do you seek?
I want to try my luck.
Strange. Most shit themselves at the sight of my sword.
They say you're equal to a witcher in a fight.
They lie. I'm better.
Okay, that's
We'll
a
see.
lie.
You'll need to wait. I've a fight lined up already.
We could always duel in pairs. I look around and I see the cream of Kedweni knights. Someone's bound to agree.
I am Edwin Lysam, known also as the Petal. If Letond will have me, I'll gladly stand at his side.
Why do they call you the Petal? I've no need for one who ploughs maidens simply for the pleasure of deflaring them.
You offend me greatly, Letond. I owe the moniker to the fact that I place flower petals in the mouths of the foes I defeat.
I'll be glad to see anything stuffed in the Witcher's mouth. So be it.
Surprised! They have a hand in every rebellion, every evil cause. You know me, I'm not prejudiced. Where are you?
So, time to fight to the death?
Aunt? Has he agreed?
Yes.
Some whoreson, eh?
Unique.
Uh-huh.
Let's go get him.
Time for a fight to the death.
Most gracious king, noble lords, men-at-arms, shortly in the arena you shall witness the famed Letond Avet, known also as the Butcher of Cidaris, at whose side shall stand the Honourable Edwin the Petal Lysam. Opposing them are Sven of Somewhere and Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. May the gods favor the better men. Begin! Glory to the vanquished! The prize in the contest was a noble title. Our gracious and merciful ruler, King Henselt, shall generously bestow this upon the young Sven. Heralds will announce the subsequent duels.
You
Long
salvaged
live
my
King
honor.
Henselt!
He
Long
salvaged that
live
foolish head of
Edwin.
yours.
I'm a knight now. The king himself will do the honors.
You were born in a pigsty where the labour came to your mother 18 springs ago. Nothing will change that. Witcher, I said you could demand what you will, and my word's no worse than a noble's.
You demanded payment for helping me?
What is it you wish?
Information on those who carry square coins.
Father!
Silence! Why do you need to know?
I just need to know what this is all about.
It's a long story.
I've got time.
It started before the victory at Brenna, when we split Edirn between ourselves and Nilfgaard. We were shamed throughout the north.
What's that got to do with the coins?
Everyone wanted to thrash the Black Ones, not play brother to them. A group of officers hatched a plot. The coins their mark. I don't know who gathered the first group of plotters, but the seeds of the scheme fell on fertile soil and sprouted quickly. Then came Brenna, and it all died down. The plotters themselves lost direction, though it seems they resurfaced recently.
Is Henselt dealing with Nilfgaard again?
Who knows? But he's welcomed that shriveled old bat here and spends time in discussions with him. That plot, well, the lads just want to prevent the Black Ones from meddling in our affairs. Not more.
You know a lot. You got a coin?
I'm old, and know that he who gains power loses his heart. I'm past the age of taking the crown off one head and placing it on another. But my son still believes a monarch can be just. Why must you know if I've a coin?
I can't say.
And neither can you, father.
An old soldier's word is no handful of hay with which to wipe your arse.
I'll have naught to do with this.
Go to Madame Carr's brothel and ask for Whistling Wendy. The madam will take you to her tent and leave you alone. Wendy will ask what you wish. Tell her you want her smile to open the gates of paradise. Are we even?
Yeah.
And beware of Vincent Trott. He may be hiding with the conspirators. Dangerous man, that one.
Deathmole's looking for him. And if he finds him, we may all end up tasting the executioner's axe. That scoundrel falls into the sorcerer's hands. He'll give us all up to save his own skin.
I'll be careful.
Trott wears a magic suit of armor. He could prove a difficult foe, even for you.
A magical suit of armor. Could I eat?
Witcher,
What?
the king is impressed with your skills. He's called on me to organize a tournament.
If this goes on, his entire army will be slaughtered before he moves against Edirn.
This time it'll be a tourney of knights. None of that slaughter for the riffraff to enjoy. The king will reward the winners handsomely. If you're interested, find me by the arena.
As long as they pay us.
Odrin, here, boy. Odrin.
Oi, Witcher! Out in these wastelands hunting monsters? Well, if you see two of my men, tell them I'll rip them both brand new assholes if they miss muster.
We'll see if I come across anyone.
Luck be with you. You're a good fellow. Ah, find them and you'll see Corporal Zivik knows how to be grateful.
Well, it was here yesterday.
See the person I need to talk to?
Well, it was here yesterday.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we make camp with the Black Ones.
That's politics. Well, a witcher. Girls, prim yourselves. How can I help you, handsome?
I wanted to talk.
We're no strangers to the art of conversation, but it'll cost you just as much as a good plough.
Sounds all right.
Ask away, then. What would you like to talk about?
Heard of the Virgin of Edirn?
Hasn't everyone?
Any thoughts?
Oh, yes. A maturing woman like that never been ploughed. Her head's bound to be muddled. We'll have... Are there trolls here?
Aye, there are.
You don't mind.
What's so strange?
I do not like this type of quest. There's too much stuff to do.
Drowners, we have trolls. None of that. Sit among the
There's too
rocks
much stuff to
and
do.
go there.
And I just want to get the quest done.
Watch yourself, Geralt. The recruiter. They're coming for you. He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a pig.
I think this is the way. Witcher. A simple direction would be nice. Just the simplest of directions.
Oi, what you doing here?
I heard Zivik can't wait for you to get back.
Plough it all. If we miss muster, he'll have us flogged. Get us out of here, will you?
You came here on your own. You can get back on your own.
This place is crawling with drowners. I mean, we'd have stayed in our tents on our arses if we'd known. We're safe in the circle, but 3 feet outside, and who knows what would happen.
All right, well, apparently it's bad luck to tread on the ashes. Strange aura. Let's take a closer look. Carved from a solid piece of stone. Reusable, you could say. Candles, amulets, coins. People make offerings here like they would at a shrine. Candles. The stench is worse than Zoltan's boots. Nothing unusual about them otherwise. Square coins adorned with a fish. I guess the plotters like to come here. Let's see. An unnatural stillness typical of intersections and places where streams of the power meet. Unnerving, but harmless. People seem to be staying away from the wheel. They're afraid. All the gifts are at a safe distance from it. Except for one person. With Kedweni Army issue boots. Glad to know I'm not the only one to desecrate this site. Animal tracks. Dogs, wolves, bears, even birds. You'd think this was a feeding ground, but they all fear the circle, except for cats. Their tracks are everywhere. One even napped on the pedestal. Triss once told me cats like to sleep on intersections, and they're the only beasts apart from dragons who can draw the power. They clearly like this place. Sabrina was nailed to this wheel. Something protected the wheel from the flames. It's hardly scorched. Fresh holes and splinters. Someone's pulled nails from the wheel recently. I better take one, just in case. I need to bring the king here. I need to reenact the execution. If I can only summon Sabrina's ghost, I could force her to lift the curse. The Draugrs and the mist will remain, but at least the king will be safe. I need to know what happened here. Witnesses of the execution, they're the key. If If I can just find out how Sabrina died, I should be able to free Henselt of the curse. 2 leads. Sabrina's cultists and the nail thief who's obviously immune to the aura of this place. Time to question some soldiers.
You've looked and touched your fill, right? Let's get out of here.
Did you light those candles?
We did.
What's it to you?
Burning them for Sabrina?
To you, 'tis a waste of time, right?
Feel their eyes on you. They're watching us. We won't get out alive, superstitious idiots that we are.
Don't you believe the visionary? You don't have to. But it was worth a try, right?
Old idiot. It's his fault we ended up here.
Who is this visionary?
He's behind all this. He talks of miracles in the circle.
I believe him. Know why? He lives deep in the valleys, but something protects him from all those harpies.
Did you see them burn the sorceress?
3 years ago. We both served under Henselt then, but only the 5th Company guarded the stake.
They say the king never wanted to make a spectacle. Some soldiers never come here, but others visit the circle to check the remains.
You're just like them. To you, it's only a superstition to make money from. You're looking for old nails in the ashes.
Like that shitbag who trades outside the inn.
You're mistaking me for someone else.
Really? Give us the nails.
I'm keeping it.
Keeping it? Not heard what they say. Relics are like fist tech for simple folk.
How did you manage to avoid the drowners on your way here?
The visionary was with us. He led us through, then left.
I don't like this place.
Thought you'd want to stay the night here.
I know at least a few places I'd rather sleep. Come on.
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Civic was right. We should have sat on our arses.
You'll be whistling.
Wonder how many more return. Drowner lairs, not the best spots for picnics.
Curses on him! If it wasn't for you, they'd have eaten us.
We owe you our lives, Witcher. We can't let Civic catch us.
Don't shit your pants. Sabrina saved us from the monsters.
Interesting.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaard.
Very, very interesting.
Not another fucking stone.
What did you say to me, Hunt?
Still looking for coins.
What else am I to do? Oh, this is driving me crazy. Oh, Dren!
What do you want, Witcher?
Did you participate in the battle?
I did. And I fought. I'd rather not go into it.
The spirits of those who died in battle are now in combat on that field. They kill each other and change into nasty creatures called Draugrs. Edirnians, Cadwennies, even your comrades. I want to help them, but I have to know what happened during the battle.
Oh, the plague. Listen then. The fighting started in the afternoon. The Dun Banner was first to attack. We were ambushed, cut off from our main unit and devastated. Bloody scouts and Sabrina Glevisid, who was supposed to mind the battlefield. By then, the battle was in full swing. Wherever you see those damned furrows, people fought there. The Edirnian lines faltered a few times, but we couldn't crush them because of Selkirk. Yes, we had the Visitor. They had Selkirk of Gullet, the invincible White Knight, Edern's finest swordsman. Wherever out. Then, Vandergrift himself went into battle. He met Selkirk in the middle of the melee. It was a battle of titans. In the end, the Visitor hacked Selkirk and sliced the White Knight from his head to his balls. Then, death fell from the heavens. Lumps of burning soil flew through the air. The whole valley was on fire. Damn, I owe my life to Priest Crest, our...
What happened before the battle?
We forded the Pontar on the third day after the autumn equinox. The Edirnians were waiting for us, formed up in a long line at the foot of those hills. But General Vandergrift, commander of the Kedwennies, had less than 4,000, including the elite and ourselves, the Dun. But above all, we had Vandergrift the Visitor.
Do I have this right? You served in the Dun banner?
Did indeed. Henselt's never commanded a fiercer group of warriors, and he never will. If not for us, there'd have been no victory for the North at Brenner. We carried the day.
I didn't see the Dun banner in the camp.
And you won't. The unit's no more. Ensign Eckhart Hennessy carried the standard into battle for the last time 3 years ago.
Glevisig's magic?
Worse. The Edirnian troops, the bastards. The Dun banner, the pride of Kedwen, lost its standard and almost all its men. The Visitor refused to send us reinforcements when we were cut off. The Dun must prevail. It's been in worse shite than this. The Dun will be all right. 200 men. The boys couldn't. Memories can also kill you, and soldiers don't always deal with them well.
I have to find that standard.
I heard.
Did you see the duel between Selkirk and Vandergrift?
From a distance. At the time, I was on that hill, and they were somewhere over there. It was their second duel. Earlier, in peacetime, they'd met at After the tournament, he had a new sword for...
I think that means hatred in the Elder language. Pretty pretentious.
They say...
Who has Vandergrift's sword now?
When the Sea of Flames died out, the looters ran amok. They found Selkirk's chainmail, which survived somehow. Maybe it was magical too. Vandergrift's sword went missing. The boys in the camp claim the female dragon slayer has it. But I wouldn't even try talking to her.
Who's got Selkirk's chainmail?
A certain Vincent Trott. Low nobility, in the army since forever. A greedy bastard.
Where can I find him?
That's a problem. Deathmold wanted him arrested after they found a square coin on him. Some of the officers and noblemen want to get rid of the black ones. They don't like how they lord it around the camp, even though the king talks to them. Those coins are their sign, the stupid bunch of plot.
Thanks, Civic. There's a soldier by the inn selling scraps from Sabrina's execution site.
I know. The damn quat suddenly...
If the relics give them courage, so be...
So far, if they...
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Wish I could have, but only the 5th Company was sent there. What she also, but...
I heard there's a man living outside the camp known as the Visionary. Ever met him?
The soldiers talk about...
The soldiers you were looking for, they got held up for a while at Sabrina's circle.
Oh, but you're...
From what I can see, you and the men love your king.
He's like a father to us, really. Comes around from...
I'm sure.
We came... That...
So long.
Piss off out of here.
You're talking to an elder, so show a little respect. You prick licker.
Respect for you? This is no place for crappers like you. Out, I said.
Aye, true. Join the pigs in the pen, that's your place.
Are you all right?
You best leave. Old Maverick ain't a good companion.
What I saw back there, that happened.
I've been...
Come.
And then that... and then it...
What?
Never been... Since... What else?
I want to...
Let's go.
Why did you go to the beach?
During Henselt's last expedition, we stayed in a house there. My unit was on the lookout for Demoven's forces trying to cross the river. I just wanted to recall the old times.
So you took part in the campaign 3 years ago?
Took part? I barely escaped with my life. Leva, the brothel medic, saved me. Talk to her if you want to learn more. She knows everything about the camp.
What time did the Spectre appear?
I went to the beach after my watch, so it must have been an hour before midnight. I've no idea how long I slept, but when I reached the camp, it was dawning in the east.
I'll deal with the Spectre, but you should know a witcher's services don't come cheap.
My soldier's pay is meager. Got but a few coins in my pouch and some pipeweed. Will you do it for that?
All right.
Okay then, so where to next? Okay, then that is Explore the cliff on the riverside, beach at night.
How did you wind up here?
Still looking for coins.
What else am I to do? This list's driving me crazy.
Okay.
Audrin, dear boy. Audrin.
Oh. In-game mechanics to be broken?
Not another fucking stone.
Find a reef somewhere and stay dry. Why are you running about like...
I see you finally decided to
Andy.
relax. Have I ever told you I think you lead a very unhealthy life?
You've mentioned it.
Evidently not enough for you to take it to heart. Anyway, the whores are quite decent here.
Maybe some other time.
You worry me.
I wonder what Sheila's doing in Henselt's camp.
You're not alone, because she's wondering what you're doing at the king's side.
How do you know?
She asked me about you.
What did she want to know?
I have no idea. I realized right off she was sniffing, and told her she could smell my fingers if she wanted. That'd be all she'd get.
And she gave up.
Mm-hmm. See how careful I am?
Have you tried to, approach this?
I've thought about it. On the one hand, I've never rogered a soldier, but on the other, the clean clang of steel against steel at an intimate moment could put off even the most attentive lover. Why do you ask?
I just like to know. Heard anything about Letho?
They say he's hiding in the ravines. He's not alone.
I know.
I fail to comprehend exactly why you have it in for him. He escaped, so what? You're no king, and as such are hardly in danger.
Letho knows a lot about me. There are certain things that probably only he can explain.
I'm not so certain you really want to know them.
We'll see.
Let's say you catch him. What then?
I'll decide once I've heard him out, learned the truth. Maybe I'll see his point, or maybe I'll just cut off his head. Henselt's camp is abuzz with rumors about the events 3 years ago.
When you burn a sorceress at the stake, rumors spread faster than the seed of a lascivious baron.
I know you primarily value sorceresses for their firm busts, but I'm curious. What do you think of Sabrina Glevisic?
Sorceresses complain about feeling underappreciated, persecuted even. But let me tell you, Geralt, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If they didn't meddle, they wouldn't be burned at the stake. They keep whining about the horrors that took place on Thanet Island, about the order of the world being destroyed. But let me ask you, who brought that about if not them and their scheming?
My memories and feelings seem inextricably linked. I seem to be recovering both. I believe Yennefer's alive, and I'll eventually find her.
Triss? Yennefer? That's some life you lead, my friend.
First off, we have no idea if Yennefer's still alive. Second, we have no idea if Triss is alive.
True. You seem to have two women, when in fact, you don't even have one.
Their kind doesn't die easily. I'll find Triss as soon as I've dealt with the assassin.
What about Yennefer?
I won't know what to do about her until I see her.
Dandy, my boy.
The laundry won't dry.
Yeah.
Are you Leva?
If you've got a growth of some sort and you're here for the salve, get in line.
Nothing of the sort this time. You were here during Henselt's previous expedition.
What of it?
I have some questions.
Be quick. Half of Henselt's nobility's waiting for this salve. They've all started pissing blood out of longing for the spouses they left at home. 3 years back, it was the home of Malgit, a healer, and his family. While he helped us tend the wounded, someone murdered his children. Malgit couldn't come to terms with the tragedy and threw himself into the river. The children were buried behind the house. Their graves should still be there.
Did many soldiers survive the battle 3 years ago?
But a handful. The rest were just vaporized. Those who could walk dragged those who couldn't.
Did many soldiers...
But a handful.
I'm interested in that tower.
It's the remnant of a manor sacked long ago. They call it the Tower of Debauchery, since Madame Carol made camp at its foot. They're proof of the great power sorceresses can summon. Sabrina's fireballs scarred the ground for many miles around the battlefield.
I'll let you get back to treating all those brave fighting men.
Let's go. Go to the cliff or to the summit. So ominous, and I love it. Because normally you would have people just be talking, trying to fill the void, but I feel like the ominous vibes just work. Why communicate and just enjoy the moment? Okay. Meditate. Character, swordsmanship, magic, or swordsmanship. And meditate. Midnight.
You're not the one we seek, though his aura is strong, even on you.
Impossible. I watched Maverick wash his pants.
Who are you?
I'm a witcher, and I'm here because you haunt an innocent man. You've ruined Maverick's life, and it's high time you left this world.
Maverick, innocent. That son of a bitch murdered me and my two sisters, then threw our bodies off the cliff. Our father, Malgat, died of despair. Fortunately, fate has brought Maverick here again, straight into our hands. Revenge shall be ours.
You lie, Spectre. Die! Shit, you stink.
God damn it. Okay. Okay, okay. I get it. Yeah, just load the save. Come on. I can do this. Are you okay, speedrun.
Are you alright?
Salutations. What else?
Speedrun because this.
What else?
The saving in these games, I'd be like.
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coins, and that barking bog.
Odrin! Here, boy! Odrin!
Thought it was here yesterday.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaard. I see you.
Speedrun. Speedrun.
Hansel.
They.
So they. Much. I won't. Are you leaving?
We should have our say, take an interest in things, or it will turn out
If
like
hire
the
a witcher.
The one thing I will complain still to this day is the amount of auto-saving that The Witcher 3 has. You really don't need to worry about it. Witcher 1 and 2. Ay, mamma mia. Reason why I still have Noob in the title of my streams.
You're not.
Impossible. I'm a witcher, and I'm here because...
Mav, that's...
You lie, Wonder how many more will tell me.
Oh well, that was easy. Just a regular old maverick. Like I said again, like normally I would try to be like talkative or communicating, but just like feeling the ominous presence of like the background music, like I really want to make sure I feel like I'm not anybody that is watching this back or is watching now, I'd be like, that's me, just stay quiet a little bit. Just the atmosphere is so perfect.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back.
He was here yesterday.
Here, boy. Odrin!
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coins.
The specters are gone, and your nightmare with them, Maverick.
The gods guide you, Witcher. I'll sleep soundly again.
I'm done with this cursed place.
Here, boy.
The bloody comet,
Oh my God.
square coins.
The settler said this nail was the closest to her right hand.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets, and talismans.
I found footprints at Sabrina's execution site. Do you know anything about that?
Why would I? You found them, not me.
Yet your boots are black from ash.
All right. What do you want to know?
Do Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho, with an old hag inside. You want to talk about her? See that freak who burns candles?
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina? I'm interested in objects that belonged to the soldiers who perished in the battle 3 years ago. Not any old things. They have to be magically active. I know how to check.
That's not my speciality, Witcher. I deal in relics.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Sure I did. I was in the 5th Company. I remember the commotion when that idiot Yahon killed her with a spear. If only I had that spear now.
Do you remember the curse that Sabrina placed on the king?
When they set the stake on fire, she shouted something to the king. His face went red, but I couldn't hear very well. She probably foretold his syphilis. A gruesome death.
Where's Yahon's spear now?
I don't know. Besides which, it's none of your concern. I simply won't talk about that.
You know Yahon?
Never heard of him. Where'd you get the idea that I know him?
You know Yahon?
Never.
So long.
We'll see in the next battle. The relic will protect me. All you'll have is the tin pan on that empty head of yours.
That does not look like the image on the map, I swear. There's one thing they don't get right.
Witcher.
Maps. Totally.
Here, boy. Odrin! Odrin! Here, boy. Odrin!
Shut up!
He was here yesterday.
Guess they'll never learn.
What? Okay, Harold, what did I do to you?
You stink.
What the fuck?
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Okay, where am I even going? Because I don't even know at this point. Okay. But what did I do to get this glitch? Well, to anybody that's joining in the stream now, welcome to my playthrough on The Witcher. I somehow glitched my hair, so now I have an infinite ponytail. Ah, physics. They do not exist in old video games. I love them.
Help!
Thanks for your help, Witcher. We were in a tight spot there. The rot fiends are multiplying like rabbits. We were on our way to see the visionary, bearing gifts and all.
What
but
the
I'll
fuck
be damned
is
if I
this?
take one more step that way.
Geralt, what is up with your ponytail?
Wouldn't be on your way to see him, would you?
Quick! You'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles. We're safe here. I awaited them. They were to come bearing gifts. I heard their cries. Guess they were attacked. If they're not here, they must be dead.
No, they're alive. They didn't want to risk it anymore, went back to camp. They asked me to give you this coin for candles.
This is but half. Why, I'll not do more than braid some wicks for this. What do you want from me? I'll not believe you came here by chance.
Yeah, you're right. I need to learn some things, and few are willing to talk. Sabrina Glevisig's story, that's what interests me most.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them. Do you mock me? Do you mock?
I've heard of...
What?
Where?
Twin Lakes.
Is that...
Before...
All right.
Geralt, what the fuck is up with your infinite ponytail? What? Ay, mamma mia. You know what? As funny as this is, hold up. As funny as this is, but please tell me I glitch. Just stop. Okay.
My medallion. I'm too old for this. Don't know that anybody needs to know about that one.
That was just a giant cock. A literal giant cock. This game. They made me drink a potion to see a giant cock. Where's the unicorn when we need it?
Huh? What other matters?
I did what you asked.
Tell me what you saw.
You may think I'm as mad as you are, but in my vision I walked through a forest where the trees were huge mushrooms and a giant chicken walked between them, pecking at the underbrush.
You have no idea how happy I am. I've been having this vision of a giant hen among mammoth mushrooms for weeks. I thought I'd lost it, gone insane. Turns out my herbs must have gone off. I'll need to gather new ones, but that's my concern. Ask me.
You must know a lot about Sabrina Glevisig's death.
Sabrina the Martyr left the world of the living to protect us all.
Did you hear about the curse Sabrina cast on the king?
Of course. A well-deserved punishment, a ghostly spell from her crimson lips. The king concocted a cruel fate for the sorceress, humiliated her, made her suffer the flames. Bound to a wheel and placed on the stake, she suffered in a way unimaginable to ordinary humans. But when the flame reached her maiden waist, not a single cry could be heard, only words foretelling King Hensel's imminent demise. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a braid of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales, turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules, prompting a just punishment. Sabrina suffered so badly that a merciful soldier ended her torment. Thrusting his...
Any chance of finding that spear?
It was so long ago, Witcher. But I believe the spear went to another soldier. The bugger sells relics from Our Lady by the Camp Inn.
I know who you mean. Why the candles? What's the difference between Sabrina and other mages burned at the stake?
Others were strong in life. Her power bloomed when death wrapped its steely arms around her. She took the soldier who ended her suffering under her kind care. He never had to fear walking alone in the dark again. Have you seen the area? It's full of beasts and monstrosities. Jahan, the merciful soldier, has walked in the blaze of our power ever since. No creature born of darkness can get close to him.
Why the candles? Now. Tell me again what you know about...
What exactly?
Now. Who are you?
Our descendants will decide who we were when they see...
The valley's been engulfed by a battle of specters. Know anything about it?
It's a place of horror. You can still hear the sound of steel and the cries of the dying. If you want to soothe their pain, you have to believe that Sabrina is watching over you benevolently.
I won't achieve anything without some memory tokens. Magically active conduits left by those who fell in battle. They're supposed to symbolize faith, courage, hatred, and death.
Faith. I don't know what those soldiers believed, but their faith didn't help them. They were deceived. Courage, hatred, and death. There was too much of all of them, especially death. But I remember a knight who, ignoring the danger, led a handful of soldiers against overwhelming enemy forces. Seltkirk of Gullet, Demaven's champion. When Vandergrift's cohort cut him off from the rest of the army, he attacked the visitor fearlessly. If you're looking for a symbol of courage, find Seltkirk's armor.
Who were you before?
What does it matter? Let the sins of youth fade into oblivion. Look at the candlelight. Feel it, and you'll hear what it has to say to you.
I can't hear a thing.
Then you're not ready. But your time will come. You will then hear and...
I talked to the relic seller. I know you killed Sabrina.
That man died long ago. I'm no longer a soldier, murderer, or coward. Sabrina set me free.
Why do you need so many candles? Why not build a campfire?
This is Sabrina's flame. Its light protects us and guides us.
Did you rob a convoy of wax sellers?
I make the candles myself. I give them to anyone looking for protection within the flame of courage.
So long.
His eyes glue. Frequently.
Damn, you're ugly.
Well, it was here yesterday.
Here, boy. Odrin. Odrin.
We don't want no trouble here.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets, and...
I know you have the spear Yahan used to pierce Sabrina's heart.
I told you about that, and I thought the old freak was trying to forget the sins of his past.
I need that spear.
Tough luck, Witcher. I last saw it a few years...
What happened to it?
Look how similar we are. You want knowledge? What are your customary take-ins on a contract? I'll...
Tell me about her.
After all, business is going well. You see, when Yahan lost his head for Sabrina, I bought the spear from the innkeeper. The donkey's ass pawned it in the inn. He drank like a fish. By then, Yahan had already hidden in the hills where no one dares to venture. Some call him the Visionary, but in my book he's just a nutter. Beats me why the beasts don't attack him. A fisherman who supplies the canteen said that some monsters hate the smell of fish oil. Yahan makes candles out of it.
What did you do with the spear?
Sorry to say I lost it in a dice game. Shame, because today it'd fetch a good price. I lost the spear to a soldier who later fought the squirrels in the forests of the Pontar Valley. The most interesting thing is that big shot is still alive. I heard he's now with that vixen from Edern. Some frigging commander. Elves are weird creatures.
Yorvith.
You know him?
I'll tell you for 100 orens.
Bah!
So long.
Relics!
So long.
A bit scared of going against the Saints.
Greetings,
Enemy has
Master
fed
Richard.
you their propaganda. What if she's truly an anointed?
What else am I to do?
You don't worry about it.
Driving me crazy.
The Witcher will take care of everything.
Audrin, where are you?
We'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear.
Freak. We need to talk.
What? No, hello. Good morning. Pucker up and kiss my ass. Nothing.
Hello.
Good morning, White Wolf. Will you take some tea? It's a fortifying beverage.
Some other time, maybe. The plotters. I know where they meet.
I knew I could count on you.
Is that enough for you then?
One can tell a real man not by how he begins, but by how he finishes.
What else do you want from me?
I shall give you 4 of my men who'll be near at hand and provide backup if something goes awry. They'll stay out of sight until summoned. Bring me one of the plotters alive. I have many questions. I must know who's behind all this.
See you.
Greetings.
The sight of your camp must instill fear in your enemies' hearts. I'm certain the stench does.
Normal military conditions, which are boiling cabbage, stale sweat, and the smell of fear. They're constant companions in the expansion of any great empire.
Thanks for the history lesson.
Nothing sinks defenders' hearts more than steady increases, though I'll say these Vergan sons of bitches are worthy foes and won't flee so easily.
I'm not sure the people of Eddern share that sentiment. Death Mold was kind enough to help me. I may be able to lift the curse sooner than I thought.
Details don't interest me.
If it involves eliminating monsters, then yet.
That's pup.
Not the...
You tread...
Still.
I've had people beheaded for more pleasant answers.
I won't change my mind.
Fine response. I see there's truth in what they say about the size of a witch's privates. I'm glad to see you no pushover and have a mind of your own. If only I had more men of your ilk, and not the kind of ass munchers that infest my court.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air. Scavenging run.
Here, boy. Audrin!
Shut up about you and Aldrin.
Well, it was here yesterday.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years.
Well, a witcher. How?
I'm looking for...
We've got, but you. Well, the.
Oh.
Make love, not war. Well, how can...
I'm looking.
But you... Well?
I've heard good things about Whistling Wendy.
At your service. My prettiest girl, 'tis true. Fool soldiers gave her that stupid nickname. Tidy yourself, Wendy. Witcher on the way. Come on in.
The Ripper is afoot! Well, how...
I'm looking.
But you...
I've got the Orans, if that's what you're wanting.
Well?
I didn't
Well,
fail
how...
this.
But you...
I've got the...
Well?
This better be good. Oh. But it told TOS, FYI, it told me that I need to go do this, so yeah. Don't worry, it told me. This is part of the campaign. I'm not just doing it for dirty pleasure. Okay, but take the square. Wait, take the square.
Aye, there are.
You don't...
It told me to do it.
Well, how...
I'm looking.
But you...
That's a shame.
Wait. Take the square coin to the brothel and ask for receipt. I am confused.
I'm from Stilton, in the Lavallette's lands in Temeria.
Runaway, eh? I'm from Ban Glen. No, I'm actually from everywhere.
No. Hey.
What? How's that?
What are you staring at? I'm not mean.
What do you desire, my hero?
Conversation.
Piss off? That's like visiting Town Hall to plough the mayor up the arse. Town Hall's where you want to talk, here's where you want to fuck.
I'll pay.
What is it with you fighting men? No one comes to the brothel to plough anymore. Talk and win with my list. I mean, I'm shy at talking and great at other things, but have it your way.
So...
What do you desire?
I want your smile to part the gates of paradise.
Come with me.
Vincent Trott, you're a little elusive.
Here alone. Not wise, Witcher.
We'll see about that.
I'm wearing Selkirk's armor, you know. Pretty much renders me invincible in a duel.
Give me the chainmail and I'll forget everything. Whistling Wendy, your plot. I know about the coins.
Your Death Mole's hound. I don't trust you.
You don't need to. I just need the chainmail. Not interested in anything else.
I'm to remove it.
And hand it over.
Then you'll be on your way.
And all will be well.
Doesn't sound like my kind of story. How's this instead? I'll kill you, take your swords and gold, and the gods will rain good fortune upon me for ridding them of a filthy mutant. Die.
Spy! Kill him!
Die now!
Search the bodies. Nothing useful here. They must have been pawns. Report back to Deathmold. In the meantime, I need to talk to a writer I know.
Dandy. Dandy. Inside.
Well, it was here yesterday.
Here, boy. Aldrin! How did you wind up here? You'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts. Greetings,
Won't just
Master
disappear.
Witcher.
They say only a spell will lift it.
Where are you? Aldrin!
Dandy.
I found a letter addressed to the people of Kedwin.
A letter? So?
It's your drivel, idiot.
Where'd you get that idea?
I know you. Not to mention you had the gall to quote me.
You're not the only Witcher in the world.
So, you admit it's yours?
Sure, it's mine. People have had enough of that pompous clown colluding with Nilfgaard. I decided I needed to open their eyes a little wider.
Any idea what that pompous clown's going to do when he finds out who's opening his people's eyes?
How would he find out? It could only come from you, and I assume, at least I hope, you won't rat me out.
They're going to kill you.
Nah.
Why did you poke your nose in this?
Henselt approached me to write a few panegyrics about him. You know, singing his praises. Can you imagine that? Me? Writing a political pamphlet? Who the hell does he think I am?
But that's exactly what this letter is.
Possibly. But it's for a good cause. Henselt's a prick.
Andy, what did you get yourself into?
Aldrin! Aldrin! Where are you?
We'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear.
Freak. Indeed, he was delighted to hear. Truthfully, I believe I understand. Ah, that is something I do not fear at all, for I know exactly.
Learn anything new about the curse?
The mage on the other side of the fog is also probing the battlefield. A sorceress.
How do you know?
You shall know them by the fruit of their spells. Magic differs with the brain type that generates it. The female mind is simply laid out differently.
It could be Triss.
No, Witcher, it's someone far more powerful.
You must know a lot about the Wild Hunt, as one of the reigning majesties among mages.
I simply cannot concern myself with folk tales about corpses flying about on intensely emaciated...
The Wild Hunt's no myth. I found Trot and a few other enthusiasts of the square coins.
Did you learn who leads them?
No.
Any survivors?
No.
Oh, you might at least have spared Trot. I'm sure he had secrets.
Any reward for the conspirators?
Indeed. A nice round sum per head.
I could use the gold.
How many were there?
Vincent and 5 others.
You killed 6 men. You and your kind should be isolated.
The reward
is yours. Here.
I think I know how to free the king from his curse.
Well then, let's get to work.
Can't do anything until I have the spear the soldier stabbed Sabrina with. Problem is, it's in the hands of a Scoia'tael commander named Yorvith.
I know this, Yorvith. Are you certain this is the spear?
Mm-hmm. I last saw him back in Flotsam.
Yorvith is in Vergen, Witcher, along with most of the Scoia'tael from the area. They've joined that peasant girl's insurgency.
Yorvith part of a peasant uprising? It doesn't make sense.
There's only one way to confirm or disprove it. You must cross to the other side of the mist. What of the other artifacts? Do you know them all now?
Not yet.
In that case, you must wait until you've learned everything before crossing. It's a dangerous voyage, not one to attempt twice, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say. I've got to get through the mist, or I can't lift the curse.
I shall supply the white flag when you set out as our emissary. The lass is reputedly honorable. She'll welcome you, invite you to a feast, and with a bit of luck, you may even plow her.
You're sick, Deathmold.
They say she's very pretty. Peasant girls not to your liking?
Not your concern.
In case the elves lack an understanding of diplomatic symbolism, please also take this armor. With His Majesty's blessing, I might add.
A king's concern can be boundless when his life depends on that of another.
I spent some time working on this recently. This little marvel will guide you through the fog and provide a measure of protection from the specters.
Thanks. I need magic powder to mark out the runes.
Are you aware that the formula requires powdered camphor resin?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism, reverse the prophecy, and release him from the curse.
You should have said, I'll give you as much as you need.
Thanks, on the king's behalf.
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You asked me for protective runes. I've done better. Take this grimoire, which details many. I believe there's even one for syphilis. I've marked my recommendations.
Thanks. See you.
So armor, he said. Do I have anything other Give me credit. Is there a merchant nearby?
Good to see you, you old rogue.
Why the long face, Sultan?
Everything's fucked.
The only sight worse than a sad dwarf is the sight of a very sad dwarf.
I don't suppose you have any vodka?
Might have.
Wonderful. Life without old mates and booze is like a woman without a rump.
If you need a change of climate, come with me. I'm on my way to Vergen.
You say that as if you're going to the brothel round the corner. Forgetting about the spectres?
I may have amnesia, but I remember the curse.
Well, all I get around here is non-human midget and the like. And I've dwarven brethren on that side. Sure as shit, I'll take Saskia over that prick Hensel too. You really willing to help me cross?
Of course.
You know, Geralt, I have a feeling that Vergen's where I should be.
I get you. Let's go.
How do you plan to get through the fog? Thought it was suicide to venture into it.
Deathmold gave me a protective amulet.
Throw it out! I wouldn't touch anything belonging to that dick.
The magical potential of the talisman will cause a local interference in the astral projection, creating disharmony where the two dimensions of reality meet.
Meaning?
The mist should part to let us pass.
You should have put it like that to begin with, instead of all that crap about astral bodies. I'll go with you.
Audrin, where are you? How did you wind up here?
So?
Here, boy. Audrin! Audrin! Here, boy. Audrin!
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that. I can't wait to have some proper ale instead of that piss water they drink in the Kidwenny camp. Thanks again, Geralt.
Tough crossing ahead of us, Sultan.
Looking to scare me now?
I see the path. The amulet is guiding us.
You sure?
Guess they'll never learn. Never again. Fucking fog.
Look at it this way. You'll be able to brag about seeing the ghostly fog from the inside for the rest of your life.
I'd rather brag about how I plowed 3 wenches at once in my youth.
Kill him!
Adon! Stop! You're making a mistake!
A mistake? Interesting. There's a war on. Don't know if you've noticed. And wars are won by killing foes. Or do I have it all wrong?
The Witcher's a messenger. On his way to see Saskia.
Not your typical messenger.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but we had to pass through an atypical fog in which your typical messenger would have shit just before he...
Enough! We'll not let you inside Bergen. But you can deliver your message to the commander of the watch. He's stationed by the town gates.
Plowing typical elf. Come on, Geralt.
Why, it's Geralt of Rivia and Zoltan Chive. Pinch me, Burden, for I believe I've dozed off while on duty.
Could be an illusion, eh? Or some spectres from the battlefield have lost their way. Maybe we ought to tickle them with an axe, just to be sure.
I'm afraid there's no mage out there who can conjure up the Witcher's mug, nor the aroma of Zoltan's beer-soaked beard.
Yarpin Zigrin. Lice eat me if I'm not delighted to see that horrid mug of yours.
This lad here's scaling Burden. Geralt, what are you doing standing there as if you've swallowed a halberd? Got a hug for an old mate?
Greetings. Triss has told me a lot about you.
We Marigold? Ha! How is the lass? Let me tell you, Scale, this here Witcher's the very embodiment of chivalry. All the Selkirks of the world can't hold a candle to him. And you know why?
No, but I got a feeling we're about to find out.
Me? A knight? I'd sooner call Zoltan a show dancer.
Well then, listen everyone. At the time, we were escorting Kenweni army convoys through the Sherwood forests. Aye, we served Hensel once, though always for coin. Anyways, the Witcher was on the road as well, with Triss and Ciri, heading south. The lass, I tell you, was a demoness incarnate. Pure pepper on her feet, and healthy as a horse. But the sorceress fell ill. Some terrible pestilence held her, gave her the runs. That woman needed to go every 5 minutes. Never seen anything like it. And I've had my share of gut rumblings. This one time, I roasted an old ailing gerbil and...
Oi! You promised us a chivalrous tale.
And I'm delivering it, lad. In any case, the Witcher would carry her into the bushes time after time. He treated and cared for her, cleaned her, bathed her.
Sounds normal to me. A man looking after his woman. It's too much to call it chivalrous, Yarpin.
Ah, wrong. Triss weren't his woman. Not his wife nor lover. She was sick and in need of aid. And he was on a secret mission. Might have left her in some city, might have gone off on his own, but he didn't. Know why? Because he's got a heart of gold. He truly cares. A lad like you, Scalen, don't know that being a knight's not just about thrashing around in full plate, a long sword in hand. It's not just about fighting duels and winning tournaments.
Damn! I missed hearing your bullshit, Zigrin.
I don't believe anyone else has tried to tell me that story.
How is the wee Marigold, anyway?
Not great. The Kingslayer kidnapped her.
Oh, damn the dogs. That's downright terrible.
I suppose it's no coincidence you're here.
It's nice to talk to you all, but we've got things to do.
Ah, that's life. Open the gate. I've got to fetch me a certain sword.
Wait a minute. If by some miracle you obtain that cursed blade, I'd advise you not to parade it out the main gate past the squirrels.
Got another solution?
There's another passage. I'll mark it in the Witcher's map and show you myself. Sound all right to you?
It does. In the meantime, I'll look around for that flag.
Prime, I'd say.
Off we go then.
Regards!
Nice ponytail.
How's life?
How do you see it? Do the gods favor Lady Saskia, as she claims?
The gods never favor rebellions that seek to topple the natural order of things.
Admitted.
Damn you. Take that.
Who are you, and what do you seek?
Geralt of Rivia. I seek the standard of the Dun Banner. Who are you?
Eckhart Hennessy, ensign and color-bearer of the Dun Banner, the best force to issue from the land of Kedwen.
You may not remember me, but I remember you.
Where from?
I served in the Dun Banner.
Liar.
I fought beneath its standard at Brenna and at Fergen.
The Battle of Brenna. The Nordlands, shoulder to shoulder against the Black Ones. The Redanians, led by De Ruyter on the right, and the Talus leading to Meria on the left. A splendid sight, was it not?
You're right. Strength in unity.
If not for the beaver cap you wear, I would speak to you no longer. Try once more. The Battle of Brenna. The Nordlands shoulder.
You're mistaken. The Redanian regiments were on the left. The Temerians took the center.
Correct. Perhaps you speak the truth.
Try me again.
Tell me, for this you must know. Who was chief commander of the Nilfgaardians at Brenna?
Elantre.
Lie. You are not of the Dun Banner.
Damn it.
Oh, everybody. I'm not complaining. I enjoy everything I've done, but I just now I'm gonna.
Shit, you stink.
I don't know how people would feel if I leave the stone going. Crazy guys.
be.
Take that.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Zoltan, you were supposed to bring the sword.
I failed, Geralt.
That was not the best idea, Witcher. Dwarves are poor liars in general, and that's especially true of this one.
You know everything you need to know?
Yes. You need the weapon to lift the curse from Henselt and free the souls of the fallen.
Milady, I know you're at war with Henselt, but the curse threatens Vergen as well. It's a field of uncontrollable magic energy.
No need to exert yourself. I know this. The sword shall be yours.
Just like that?
Yes. I'm glad to help and thank you on behalf of the Vergenes, the souls of whose loved ones will finally be granted the peace they have so long deserved.
Thank you. And good luck. See you, Zoltan. And don't get killed.
Nor you old prick. See you again. Someday. Saskia, I forgot one wee thing. Geralt wishes to meet with Yorvith. He's got dealings with the elf.
I need the head of the spear used to finish off Sabrina as she uttered the curse. Yorvith had it when we ran into each other in Flotsam.
He lost it playing dice. Scalen now has the spearhead. The young Burden is a gambler, an addict, and perhaps Vergen's top sharp. You should speak to him.
Yorvith put that spearhead up as a bet?
When it comes to getting folk to sit down to a game of poker, Scalen can be convincing.
I won't need convincing. I heard you have the head of Yorvith's spear.
I do indeed.
I could use that spearhead.
Not a chance in hell. It's my trophy. Won it off the greatest killer among elves. In certain circles, that makes me a hero.
What were you playing?
Dice poker.
I've rolled a few dice in my time.
Do I hear a chap? I trust you'll not ask me for a hand.
Let's begin.
You lost, Witcher. Like that fellow, what was his name?
Who was he?
Another who sought a magic spear of fate or destiny. Old story, doesn't much matter anymore. In any case, if you care to drop a few more orens in my pouch, I'll be more than glad to play you. You lost with another in
Remat?
With You lost. Another. And then. You lost. Another. And it. You play like a true sharp. Almost like a...
Thanks, Galen. I heard you have a few more
I could...
Time to make a long journey back.
That still works. Wonder how many more will turn up.
Good, you're here. The Nilfgaardians attacked us.
Any idea why?
They were loitering around here, staring into the fog as if waiting for something. I summoned Fen, Silas, and a few others, and told Vess to cover us from a distance while we went to talk to them. So I asked the black dogs courteously why they were gazing into the fog, as if the Emperor himself was about to emerge from it. No answer. But I can see the anger. Knitted brows, faces reddening. And they start growling to each other in that dog's tongue of theirs. A woman came out of the mist. Beautiful and barely alive. She dropped to the ground and a small object slipped from her hand. It was a jade figurine. No larger than a man's. If I didn't know it was impossible, I'd say it was Triss turned into a statuette.
It is possible. Artifact compression. Where's this woman?
I don't know. The girl growled at the soldiers and all hell broke loose. The Black Ones jumped us and she ran off towards the camp.
I need to follow her.
We're going with you. Fall in! Here to spy on us.
Who would I be spying for?
For Henselt, the Death Mold. I heard they hired you.
It just so happens we have common aims. But don't worry, observing Vernon Roach isn't one of them.
In that case, to what do I owe this pleasure?
We're too late.
Is the Percival ready to sail?
It is. But they will not let us go. Henselt has plans of his own.
I couldn't give a shit about Henselt. Shillard has Triss, and I need to save her.
It's not an option. They'll not let us sail until you lift the curse. And we've no chance of catching the Nilfgaardians on foot. If they wanted to kill her, she'd be dead already. Besides which, we know where they've gone. Loch Muin, Witcher. The monarchs and mages are to meet and decide the fate of the known world. You will find Triss there. I promise.
She better be there, Roach. She better.
King Henselt awaits you, Witcher. At last. Have you got Sabrina's spear?
Not only that, I've got all 3 artifacts.
You won't regret it. Let's do some magic.
She died here.
And pistons shat as she did.
Evil place. You can feel it in the air. Those candles don't help any either.
They've gone mad. Someone said the bitch died a martyr, and now the common folk burn candles for her.
I have to observe this place from a distance.
During the execution, I was on that hill. I'll show you.
Scary place. Hope this won't take long.
Flat area. That's good.
Are you concerned for your feet?
Your Majesty, you need to draw runic protective signs around the stake. There's no time to...
I'm the one who decides what we do and what we don't have time for.
The runes must be created by the one afflicted by the curse.
You should have said so earlier. All right. Tell me what...
To lift the curse, we have to reenact the events from 3 years ago.
How do you wish to do that if half of those involved lie rotten with the worms?
It's about the energy of that time. The energy of the woman who cast the curse, combined with the energy of its victim. When you get the runic signs right, Sabrina's ghost will appear.
Bring the bitch to life. It'll be a pleasure to put my spear in her.
Remember to stab her in exactly the same spot as that soldier did, but earlier this time, before the sorceress completes the curse.
I look for the hole. But how am I to know when?
When you realize that the curse concerns you. But be ready, she may use a different name.
Is that all?
For you. Then I take over. Spectres might appear during the exorcism.
Might or will?
It depends on Sabrina's aura in the spirit world.
I'll wager ghosts loathe the cunt. Let's get it over with. Tell me what I am to draw.
You have to go down there, Your Majesty.
What about you?
I'll guide you. I have a good view from up here. Go towards the pixie ring, Your Majesty. I must have got it wrong, sire. We need to start again. Head towards the black... I must have got... Now towards the burnt... I must have got... Now go... I must have got... Find the Raven's corpse, Your Majesty. I must have... Now spread... Pour the powder. I must go towards the pit. I must now. Pour the. I must have got. Now. Head towards the black. I must. Now. Fine. Now towards the burnt tree. Head towards the black. I must have. Now. Fine. Now towards the burnt tree. Now go towards the goat skull, Your Majesty. Head towards the black candles, Your Majesty.
I think I got this.
Pour the powder towards the petrified bread loaf, Your Majesty. Go towards the pixie ring, Your Majesty. Sire, form a large, even circle at a good distance from the pyre.
It's turned out beautifully. Pity the wind will soon scatter it.
The evil power of the curse came from the fire. Fire's a hard element to tame, and this one had added potency. It consumed the body of the one casting the curse.
Enough of these phantasmagorias, as Death Mold puts it. Look at my boots.
Stay in the circle, Your Majesty.
The powder reeks of dwarven dung.
It's begun. You have some brave soldiers, Your Majesty.
They're scared of ghosts, as we all are. Cursed is there's hundreds of them!
Calm down, Your Majesty. We're protected by the magic runes. The ghosts won't get past the barrier.
I'm not afraid of people, but those plowing creatures have begun to bother me.
You're safe if you stay within the runes.
What should I do?
When the sorceress calls your name, you have to show mercy and end her suffering with the spear. You've broken the circle. Spectres could get through.
What shall we do?
I'll take care of them. You finish the exorcism, Your Majesty.
Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules. For the queen and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules. By the queen and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into...
Please tell me. This game.
It's begun. You've broken the circle. Spectres could get through.
What shall we do?
I'll take care of them. You finish the exorcism, Your Majesty.
How many more can there be?
Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules. By the pain and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate year-old rules. By the pain and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and work its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules. By the pain and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and work its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules. By the pain and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and work its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules. By the pain and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent, let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate.
Take that.
Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Let a shooting star split the heavens and work its mortal journey with a trail of blood.
Now, Your Majesty.
It worked.
Are you sure?
All I can say for sure is that a dwarf can pass between a troll's legs, even on tiptoe. But I think it went well.
Good. For me and for you. But all the worse for Edern.
I've separated you from the curse, but it remains active and powerful. The specters of the fallen continue to fight in the fields outside Vergen.
You'll find a way, like you did with that charcoal slut.
That'll be much harder.
I have faith in you, and faith can move mountains.
Funny you say that. I need an artifact symbolizing faith.
Yes, Deathmole told me. I'll give you the medallion. First, I must have a drink. Come to my tent. I'll roll out my best wine. You deserve it.
wine party.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years
The king is occupied. Return after sundown. I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a... I'm glad you're here. A messenger from Redania arrived this morning. Read.
The King of Redania, Radovid V, son of Vizima and Hedvig from Malior, the heir...
Get to the point.
The point is, it's not true that after the death of King Foltest, Temeria will be inherited. In truth, Foltest left a lawful heir.
Who is this heir?
Due to the tragic death of Prince Busi, his sister Anais will inherit the Temerian crown.
Witcher? You fought in the battles for the Lavalet's fortress. Tell me, how old is this princess?
She's too young to rule.
Remind me, who's her mother?
Anais's bastard offspring.
That's it. Bastards cannot be heirs. If you counted all the bastards I begat, I could fill all the thrones of the north. What the hell's going on? Guards!
are they?
They wanted to kill me. Me! Ha! The scum. Witcher, we must talk. Deathmold said you needed this medallion. You saved my life, and I'm not nearly as ungrateful as some might say. You'll receive the pendant in due time.
Pity none could be taken alive.
Don't fret, Tanzaville. There are ways to make a dead man speak.
I know those methods. Necromancy is forbidden.
In the absence of the council and the conclave, it's hard to know what is forbidden.
What would you say, Your Majesty?
I want to know everything. Plow that corpse if you have to. Do anything it takes.
Necromancy, Your Majesty, is a branch of magic.
I don't care. Do as you're told.
Count me out.
As the common folk say, be at ease, the woman's gone. I'll need your help, Witcher. You know where to find me.
It's never ending. I'm the bloody king, but she mumps and sulks like some common servant was trying to grope her.
Not every sorcerer is like Deathmold. Many don't like messing with corpses.
As long as she's in my camp, she'll do as I say. Go. Deathmold is probably biting his nails in anticipation.
And this, how long have we been streaming for? But depending on how long, I think we've been going for 3 hours. I'll just call it here for tonight. I'll call it quits. I'll call it quits with this, and then we will begin the next part. Who knows when? I know I've been skipping out on a lot of days I could be streaming, but I just really haven't been feeling it much. Because the thing is, once we're done with Witcher, I'm planning on getting Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, all that stuff. So obviously we'll have a. The only thing is, I really don't know if I want to break up my streams from doing the noob streaming stuff, aka which is any form of main series. Like right now with The Witcher, all that stuff would be our main series with noob streaming stuff. But I really don't know if I want to introduce oh crap, I had a good name for it. I can't remember what the name was, but next time I'll remember. I can't remember what it is. Just like off topic, whatever. Like he's probably doing like a bunch, just probably doing one stream of like probably just having Overwatch, Apex, and Minecraft all in one of it. But yeah, no. I didn't think I was gonna make it this short today. Only 3 hours. Huh. Oh well. Hopefully all you guys have a good night, and I will talk to all you guys later. Let's get some music going. Hopefully all you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.